Hello everyone, Firemac here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker 6.3. I don't remember the title of the MSQ, but I haven't said it, so whatever. We're just finished the dungeon. If you want to know what happened to the dungeon play through or whatever, just watch the last episode, please. I'll appreciate it. Alright, so let's just continue, which is probably gonna be the trial. I'm suspecting the trial is gonna happen here. Alright.
Tell me one thing, Cagnazzo.
I'm sorry, what did you call him? Cagnazzo? There's no tilde over that N. Cagnazzo? I'm angry. I'm not gonna call him Cagnazzo. Cagnazzo is how I'm gonna call him. Cagnazzo.
A dragon of our world crossed over into yours long ago, but I have felt her presence here again. What is the meaning of this?
I dare say what you felt was this.
By the sisters. You... What have you done to Ashdaya?
If you want answers, you'll have to get them from Lord Golbez. Assuming you've the strength to face him. A pity I will not see the plan to fruition, but my part is done, and to fade with the thrill of battle in my heart makes it all the more worthwhile.
No! Wait! Where is she? Where is my sister?
At long last, I go to join the great flow.
Well, it's nice he left us the eye.
By the gates closing, there can be no doubt that he was the one who opened it.
Ashdaya, I prayed we might meet once more.
She is likely still in the void. Take heart. We will find her yet.
So what now?
While you discuss how to proceed with your search, I would excuse myself to look around. There may be salvage that we could use at the camp.
In that case, I'll patrol the area for more void scent.
I think the answer is obvious.
Very well. Let us take a moment to consider our options.
We go back in there and we kick his ass. Lord Golbez, obviously. He wants our attention. Let's give him it. And make him regret it. That's the only option we have. Why does he look so defeated? We are closer to find his sister, are we not? He just got her sister's eye. Come on, Zero. Come on. That they should go so far as to use Asdaya's eye as bait. What could they be after? Oh, Hasdaya. So it's not the trial yet, but it should be soon. I mean, we do know there is one. So we have discovered the source of the voice and outbreak in Garlemald. A gate forced open from the void. The barrier between our worlds is especially thin here, I suspect. Elsewise, I see little reason why the Reapers chose to live in such an inhospitable place. Even if the conditions are ideal, we're talking about a gate that could pass an archchain. Opening one so large could not have been easy. In the age of Alag, Emperor Zande created an enormous portal using a prodigious amount of ether harnessed by the Crystal Tower. In theory, a similar feat should be possible within the void. One need but have the requisite amount of ether, such as that harbored by a great worm's eye. And its ether is indeed greatly diminished. Oh, I think I lost his voice again. In Firemac's vision, Golbiz let his archfiends feed upon Azdaya's ether. If he has taken an eye to open this gate. It does not bode well, I know. Nevertheless, we must remain hopeful and continue our search. What I find curious is why foes chose to strike now, some 5,000 years after Azdaya vanished into the void. And while their overarching plan remains a mystery, what exactly was Cognazo's part in it that he had finished? Getting our attention, I guess. He was probably a distraction. Whatever Rubicante is doing. I'm assuming. Right? You may now enter Lampus. No, that's with a party of NPC avatars. Oh, it's just trust system thing. If Cognazo's intent was for his Firemac's to give us pause, then he has succeeded. To embrace death, to find satisfaction in oblivion. Perhaps it is indeed true that many voids yearn to return to the livestream. Why does he look so defeated? Oh wait, they're repeating the same thing. The eye explains how they managed to cross over, but we still don't know why they chose this time and this place for an incursion. A dragon's resolve, alright. Trial's not this quest. Roshan stares at the floor despondently. Oh, Asadaya, what has become of you? That even your eye should be so spent of ether. I cannot bear the thought of her being held captive a moment longer. But how will I find her? What must I do? Calm yourself, Vitra. I appreciate that you are upset, but such passion clouds your judgment. You must endeavor to remain composed. When your mind is clear, we may consider how to proceed with our search. You're alright. In the meantime, I will help Alphino and Alize back at the village. That sounds like a fine idea. We should go as well. Dato. What you gotta say, Roshan? Wait, give me a moment longer. So we're just gonna chill in the dungeon? Can I just go back in the dungeon? Can I just explore the entire dungeon now? Yo, I can just explore the dungeon? We already did that, so... Oh! Never mind, I do have to go back in the dungeon. And there wasn't no quick travel like the other dungeon thing. I do appreciate they're like taking an approach where we're exploring the dungeons themselves as like part of the quest, like, you know, like We actually get to explore instead of, you know, just going back to the other map. So I appreciate that. Appreciate the change. It also makes the dungeons matter more. And I need water. I've been talking too much. We're here to help Alphino and Alize, are we? There's little else of interest here. So I wouldn't be opposed to the diversion. Leave Vitra be. He needs time alone with his thoughts. Oh, you've come too. Let's take comfort in the knowledge that the Voicent has closed, and that the people of Garlemald need fear the Voicent hordes no longer. I don't see Vitra with you. Is everything alright? He needs a moment to himself. While he is indisposed, we thought we'd lend you a hand. I've just finished patrolling the area, so we're fine on that front. There are no signs of Voicent, and I doubt we'll see any more now that the gate has been closed. As for Alphino, he's setting the sights on the Cerulean Spring. We're hoping to take as much of the stuff as the snowcraft can bear. That much fuel would keep the people warm for a good while. We've managed to procure a few suitable containers for transporting the ceruleum, and we're about to return to the spring. We have a mind to scrounge up for more containers. I could take what you have now and get them filled. Thank you, Estinian. The more we can load into the snowcraft, the better. Would you and Yastola mind helping us with our search, then? You'll need to take any suitable containers to the spring, and then back to the snowcraft once we filled them with the ceruleum. Filler quest. It's a filler quest. Doing menial tasks. I could interact with all these, but I could just talk to Alice again. Would this be solid enough? And Alphino, who's right over here. Any luck finding a container? Or you stole this bit right here? It is a welcome change to have Zero helping on her own volition. Perhaps she is finally beginning to trust us. Yeah, I don't see nobody else. Alright, I'm just gonna grab the first barrel. This is less a container and more of a sieve, given its poor condition and visible holes. Ugh. Yeah, that was the same exact line of text. Hull-poked barrel. See what it says. Same thing. Okay. Well, this sturdy barrel clearly should give us what we want, right? Appears to be well suited for repurposing. It would be a fine choice for cerulean storage. Yay, we did it. Boy. Give me some water. so beautiful as it burns. We must need carry this liquid fire to the snowcraft. Sounds simple enough. The container is now filled to the brim with ceruleum. If that one has been filled, you should hurry and take it to the snowcraft. Justinian has already seen to the rest. Go on ahead. The others ask that I remain here, in the event they find more. Is this? Oh yeah, this is definitely still the dungeon. I forgot that the dungeon started on us on the snowcraft thing. See Garlemald back there. Good work, my friend. I expect we'll have a sizable load to deliver. Oh, but the steps tell me to go this way. I can exit the Garlemald right now, or I can just do this. The snowcraft is all but overflowing with ceruleum containers. However, several of your comrades have yet to arrive. Perhaps a nearby vantage point will afford you more favorable view of their return. Okay. I get a little exhausted. I haven't streamed like this in a while, guys.
Is Ritra not back yet?
I think got its waste.
My apologies for the delay.
Are you all right?
I am. As distressing as this turn of events was, the eye itself gives me cause to hope. While it is no longer possessed of Ashdaya's will, it may yet lead us to her. Were it not for your encouragement, I would never have dared to embark on my search, much less come this far. I will not lose faith. I will find my sister, wheresoever she may be.
We'll return the eye to her, together.
Though tainted, the eye has not fully succumbed to darkness. Ashdaya herself may have been able to resist its influence.
Well, as much as we'd love to take part in your next foray, we can't abandon our efforts here.
Indeed. We'll need to keep a close watch, in case the Void Gate opens again as well. Though should it prove safe to do so, I have some ideas for how we might put this village to use.
Do what you must. We will manage.
To free Ashdaya, I expect we will have to deal with Golbez once and for all, after which you may undertake your work without worry.
We look forward to the glad tidings.
You'll take good care of everyone, won't you?
What? Why do you ask me this?
Because comrades look out for one another, and I can't think of anyone more qualified to keep them safe.
True. I will do no less than I've promised.
If our respective plans are settled, then let us head back.
Oh boy. That was a lot, alright. I'm not your keeper, nor do I know what you expect of me, but I will keep my word. It was good seeing you again. I hope you'll remember to call us sooner the next time you need help. I must apologize for my bout of melancholy. To be so easily shaken ill becomes a great whim. You have remained at my side and ever offered me support and encouragement. I haven't the words to thank you. That Azai's eye has succumbed to the darkness bespeaks her incredible resilience. So let us trust in this sign that she yet lives, and be not deterred in our efforts. Future has quelled the tempest within his heart. He should be fine. I suppose this is where we part ways for now. Though we have every faith in you, we will pray for your safety all the same. I'm glad we had the chance to talk, Zero. Take care. Till next time. Till next time. Someone made a friend. Shum has been added to the unending codex. Vitra has quilled. Wait, well, that's said that already. Yep, you said that already. And yep, the same thing already. Cool. We'll just start the next quest. Past Bard. Zero wishes to know your next destination. I'm really curious when this trial is going to show up. Because we're running out of quests. This is like quest like what? If the dungeon was 5, that was 6. This is quest number 7. Am I right in assuming that we are to return to the void? Now that matters here have been settled, yes. But first we should return to Razahan to prepare. When everyone is ready, let us convene at Magaduta. Magaduta!
If everyone is ready, then let us depart for Al-Zadal's legacy.
that's definitely Rucante. Fire like that. Dang, that's straight right there, huh?
What was that?
A deluge of ether. The mark of a terrible magic.
It wasn't far from here. Let's go.
Hey, you! Stop! If you're thinking of taking it to sea, don't!
What has happened?
We were out working our nets when a light suddenly shot up over Buffalo Isle with a boom! A massive fiend then took to the skies! Another blasphemy, we feared. But we didn't linger to find out.
Did you see where it was headed?
I can't say for sure, but it looked like it was northward bound.
He just explained what it was, and I completely tuned it out. Took to the skies. But Rucante can't fly. I'm confused. Unless they changed his form.
I see. Our thanks for the warning, and do not let us keep you. Buffalo Isle is connected to Al-Zadal's legacy. This cannot be a coincidence.
In response to Karnyatso's defeat, they have come for our gate.
So it seems. I would ascertain the situation at the vault, but the fiend must be dealt with, ere people come to harm. I shall assume my dragon form and seek it out at once.
Wait. You heard the fisherman. A blasphemy, they called it. If another flying creature was sighted now, others will assume the worst and panic will spread. This is not the way.
I'll see to the fiend.
You are right, Estinian.
Oh, you just gonna ignore me?
I will gather my soldiers and search the isle for casualties. As you wish. The fiend is yours. The hunt will go more swiftly with help. Zero, might I prevail upon you to accompany him?
Very well.
Then Estinian and I will make for Al-Zadar's legacy and secure the gate.
Stay on your guard. The enemy is clever and will have anticipated our response. Be safe, my friends, and may the sisters guide your steps.
No one else here but Zero, so let's go. We know the fiend was headed north, but that leaves a lot of ground for us to cover, for few to cover. We need a way to conduct our search more efficiently, but do you have any ideas? I have a mount. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Is my controller not charging? It's charging, so what the hell? Alright. I know people who may have seen something. Oh. I know people who may have seen something when we split up and make... Yeah, seems okay. We'll split up and make inquiries. I guess either one pretty much means the same thing. In other words, we seek help from the locals? If we think it best, then very well. If so, where to then? The great work in the encampment at the Hamza hatchery? If both places are to the north, then the people there may indeed have seen something. Very well, I will head to the great work and leave the encampment to you. Where am I going exactly? I will just teleport over there, cover less ground. Moody. Saw the light over at Buffalo Remnants too, did you? You sent scouts to investigate, but they have yet to report back. We'll continue to keep watch here, but if you learn anything, be sure to let us know. These fishermen saw a fiend emerge from the Buffalo Remnants before heading north, you say? I saw what I thought was a ball of flame flung from the explosion, but now I wonder. It flew north in the direction of Khadga. If it is in fact a fiend, then we have trouble on our hands. We must remain vigilant. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the next one is the trial. I presume you come to investigate the explosion at the Buffalo Remnants as well. We've yet to ascertain precisely what happened. Is there any information you can share with us? Yeah, man, yeah. A fiend emerged from the explosion and flew towards Khadgal. By the sisters, I had learned of this sooner, never mind. There's no time to waste. King Urchin Loaf. Melon juice. Barley and pizza. Lockton rump steak. Let's get some money. Aha! Well, there's a picture. Usually something important. Now, apprised of the situation, Nadine is eager to take action. So this was quest 8, I believe. Pretty sure. Confound it! We were so concerned with that explosion that we failed to recognize that the threat had not yet passed. We must alert command at once and instruct the people to seek shelter. Is there a way to top the Khadga? I'll go see if the fiend is indeed there. I'll choose that one. I have a mount, I can just get up there. But there's no telling what manner of enemy this may be. And again, you are more than capable of defending yourself, as you wish. We will leave this in your hands. The giant skull grounds are situated at the base of Khadga. I myself am not familiar with the mountain pass, but the quarry workers are bound to know many. Kitanor, for instance, he has worked there for the longest. Go well, my friend, and may the sisters keep you. What are you gonna say, Fast? Is someone to tell you on the scale the quad, we can't seek them out? Okay. Nothing else. It's the same thing. Boom, boom, boom. You want to climb Khadga? You couldn't have chosen a worse time! There was an earthquake earlier and it triggered a rock slide. I'm afraid the main path to the sun may be blocked. If you're too determined to go, then I suggest you speak with Schrammel. He climbs like a whatever. It might know some other way up, if not the gentlest. But Stalin, I know we're about to fight the freaking Rubicante, potentially Kakanaxo, because he wasn't really dead yet, I don't know. How to reach the top of Khadda? After what has happened, that should be the last place anyone sane would want to be. But yes, I'm familiar with another route that should still be possible. I was once afraid of heights, you see, and used it to build up my courage. Though I cannot say I have the courage to brave it under these conditions. I'll take you to where the route starts, but no further, alright? Khadga's instanced. That's weird.
Hello, can you hear me? We were too late. The vault has been destroyed. The alchemical furnace with it.
Oh, damn.
This was their true objective, to deny us entry into the void. Kanyatso and Ajdaya's eye were a diversion. A means to detain us in Garlemald, while they went to work here. To reduce the vault to rubble. That which you hunt is no ordinary foe. Have care.
Rubicante. Yeah, there he is. In all his glory.
Such an exquisite sight. The canvas of vibrant colors. As was our world, too, once.
Golbez's champions, I presume? You one who just destroyed the treasure vault? Yeah, I'm going with the first one. Oh my god, Rubicante, you are naked.
I am Rubicante, the archfiend of fire.
And the final one.
A monster in flesh. Yet in spirit I remain a man. A prisoner of the past. Such tears I wept when darkness consumed the world. Until Lord Golbez came and spoke of salvation. Thus do I walk proudly at his side, to see his dream fulfilled. Your heart is pure. For benevolent cause you seek the dragon. But I cannot allow you to have it. Cannot allow you to interfere. If you would continue, then there is but one recourse. I shall await you at the summit. Come, mortal. Come and weigh your righteousness against mine.
Well, how nice of you to wait for us. Mount Ordeals now accessible. Alright, cool. Yeah, it's time for the trial. There's nothing here. Why did this need to be instanced? I'll never know. But alright, let's do this. You know, it's super late at night. First time we're here.
You stayed the course, as I knew you would. As too will I. Come! The archfiends of fire have no equal. The glory of fire.
I don't trust this. Whoa, what? What is this? What is happening? I don't understand what's happening. Oh, okay. Okay. If I'm understanding this correctly. Oh my god. That doesn't actually hit us or anything.
Flames to lick our heels.
I don't know how far that's gonna turn. what? Fuck with me. I don't get this. Oh, that's what's turning.
Your ash will remain.
Oh, okay, alright. Oh god.
All will burn. Some real flame. You've strength worthy enough to try. But will it be enough?
Oh, what's happening?
I am one with the flame.
Oh, he's going one-wing angel on this.
You are the first to hold this core. The flames rise higher. Look now on my head.
What is this?
Destruction incarnate.
Okay, alright. You can chill with that. You can chill with that.
Come, oh God. I shall tear you asunder. Flames to lick your heels.
How did I mess up that one? Oh, because that's gonna happen. And then... I think I get... Did I do it right? Yeah, I got it right.
Burn!
thought I dodged that. This one sucks because you just don't know where to go.
Destruction incarnate. The flames rise higher.
Woo! GG all. That was intense. That was fun. Dun, 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 dun. You get it. do, 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 do. Yay, I got one player combination. It's okay. Oh, I did not restart my timer. Well, that's fine.
It seems I was a step too slow.
I should probably just continue this episode anyway, because this is probably like only one quest left or two quests. And I've done every major thing. I've done the trial, done the dungeon, I've done the instance duty. That's the rule. That's the rule when it comes to these patches. I don't know if you noticed. It's the trend that they've been doing. Every patch has a trial, has a dungeon, has an instance duty somewhere. The trial doesn't always have to be part of the MSQ. That's just unique to Endwalker here. But the rest always happens. And I've already done it. Cagnazzo didn't really get to do much, man. Like, what's his face?
To defeat all of us archfiends. You are strong indeed.
I forgot his name already. Carmeleone or whatever his name was. He got a dungeon fight and he got an instance fight too. Cagnazzo just gets the dungeon fight and that's it. Kinda sucks. I like this design in this. What is it that Golbez seeks? Why do you fight? What is it you wish to save? Oh, I like that question. That might be the right question to ask, too.
You would know your enemy's heart. Very well. It bleeds more than you can ever understand. But I will speak, and you will listen, and learn how all began.
Oh, there it is. Flashback powers activate. Oh, I'm never holding my head now. It's just a silent nod. Justice.
How long has it been since the world was undone? Since light and life gave way to darkness and undeath? Since we were reduced to beasts befouled, squabbling over what scant ether remains? But you are different. You remember who you were and the paradise for which you fought. That world will never be ours again. But we need not suffer in this purgatory of death and rebirth forever. Join me. and together we shall seek the promised land.
Alright, that sounded very Final Fantasy VII-ish.
There is no hope, no freedom from the wheel. You speak a fantasy.
A Final Fantasy?
I speak truth. The Ascian's revelation. There are other worlds than this. Ours is but one of 14. There is no greater proof than the whispers we hear, born of a neighboring reality. A reality to which we may journey if we can but break down the barrier that divides us.
You meant it then. We will take this world as our own. Count me in.
In return for your strength, I offer you opportunity to pursue your own ends in service to a greater cause. A glorious kingdom of light, wherein all may know death's sweet embrace.
Kingdom Hearts is light. Alright, so next patch we're obviously fighting Golbez / Zeromus, if they want to go that far.
And thus did we begin our great work.
You intend to forsake the 13th and conquer the Source?
Just so. Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
You served Golbez of your own volition.
As atonement for my failures, I tried to be a hero. Tried to stop the war. But I could not.
So in turn you wage another.
A means to a final end. The wheel of depravity must be broken. Even the most exalted succumb. We eat and deepen the stain upon our souls, until only the hunger remains. Is this to be our fate for all eternity?
I don't know. About this and a great many things. But I do know that it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. Not everything need be a trade. This I learned from the people of this world. Even without a contract, without any expectation of personal gain, they labor for one another. I didn't understand it at first, and perhaps I still don't. But if I'm to achieve something, I'd rather do it their way. Else I am already a hunger-maddened beast.
Perhaps we have indeed surrendered to the hunger after a fashion. Make for our moon. There you will find both Lord Golbez and your dragon.
The moon, interesting. Oh. Why are you telling us this?
To be so viciously slandered. Pride demands I prove my virtue at the last. And perhaps your own will resonate with his, and draw forth that singular jewel which abides deep within his heart.
Who is he talking about there?
A desire which lies beyond his quest to free us from our purgatory. A desire all his own.
Oh, maybe that's what he's going to talk about his brother, Cecil. Will they actually go that far with the 101 Final Fantasy IV? Maybe. Wait, well, that was fun. My grace delayed me. I am not accustomed to conversation, but I'm glad I arrived in time to speak with Rubicante. As much as I understand his motives, I believe there's a better way. Yours. The future you strive for is one I wish to see. And I want to know why I feel this way. Why this fire burns in my breast. Direct hit. Direct hit is the one it sells. Gods revel, lands tremble! That means we're in the final quest. Yeah, I'm gonna include it in this episode. So we're not ending it here yet. There was already contemplating your next move. There's nothing more for us here. What about Alzadal's legacy? Has there been word from Yastola and the others? I see. Frustrating, perhaps, but better that the gate be destroyed and used to unleash more voidsins. We should return to Megaduta and rejoin the others. Yeah. Just pat a friend there. Wait, where am I going? In the Megaduta! The Megaduta? Oh. Why does my webcam please? Don't be blurry. It's because I did that hand gesture, right? That I decided to do that. Can you like... Oh, I need to see this refocus, please. Hopefully that was good. Okay. Sorry for the distraction, everybody. Fix the camera. I can figure out how to turn off the autofocus on that. Gura Magaduta! It is good to see you both return hale and whole. That guy who's basically my character model, but shorter. Your friends arrived not long ago and are ready with us a truck. Shall I show you in? Yes. Yes.
Thank goodness you're both all right. Unfortunately, we have nothing further to report apart from the loss of the gate. But tell us, how did you fare on the mountain? Golbez aspires to deliver Voidsent unto the source, where they may die and return to the lifestream to be reborn.
Far be it for me to deny them, but the cost to our people would be beyond unconscionable.
Indeed, Voidsent themselves are inherently dangerous. Never mind the chaos sure to follow should the barrier twixt our worlds be shattered. 'Twill be naught less than a calamity.
How can we prevent this?
The simplest way would, of course, be to strike at Golbez himself. That said, our task has been rendered rather difficult.
The moon.
Indeed. Rubicante have deprived us of a means to cross into the void.
Kenyatso's faint. That was doubtless what he meant when he said his part was done.
Golbez sacrificed 2 archfiends just to stop us. He must need more time to break the barrier to our world.
Then the days ahead will be critical. We must find a way back to the 13th.
We could employ another Atomos, but that approach would only be viable if we found another planar fissure. An unlikely prospect.
I feel like that's going to be easier than
we
we think.
explore other avenues. If you will excuse my absence, I shall return to Sharlayan to look for information.
By all means. Meanwhile, I shall seek the counsel of our alchemists.
Time is of the essence, so wish me luck.
I'm no scholar. I'll find another way to keep myself busy here.
Still alone will be more a match for those tomes. How about a little training to keep your lance arm honed?
Rest assured, I never shirk my training. I will be ready for whatever awaits.
Zero. May we call upon thee when next we venture unto the 13th.
Aye. And in case you're wondering, I won't ask for further payment. I will go for myself, to try and understand why I spoke the words I said to Rubicante. And the fire I felt within, when you all came to my aid in Garlemald.
While our esteemed sorceress battles her tomes, let us see to our own affairs.
I will not fail you again, sister.
Woo, 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 woo. What, Sean? Before you leave, oh, he's back to his child body. Before you leave, I would once more express my gratitude. By your hand has staff may have been saved yet again. But before you delivered my people, you helped me to discover hope. When the sight of my sister's eye left me bereft and adrift for a time, we may have lost the gate in Alzdal's legacy, but there must be another way to travel to the void, and together we will find it. For now, I bid you rest and recover your strength. I too shall have my vessel improve ahead of our next foray. To achieve his ends, Gulbis has sacrificed for his 4 generals. Such a ruthless foe is unpredictable in the extreme, but no matter what he plots, we shall do our utmost to see whether he does not succeed. Oh man, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're just gonna see some cutscenes, right? Probably not a lot. If it follows the trailer from last time. That's their moon. Meanwhile, on the moon of in the 13th. So this entire time, that was their moon. That makes so much sense.
Cagnazzo and Rubicante have joined with the Great Flow. In this world, 'tis the ravenous who are useful, and few are as ravenous as they. You were fine pawns, my archfiends, and you have played your parts to perfection. But with the goal in sight, I need no minions to do my bidding. Hereon, I shall walk alone.
Oh. And that's what their word looks like.
At long, long last, the end draws nigh. The end to life on that star, and the end to my suffering.
The unclosed gates awaits your foe, where no path leads and none may go. Hey, trophy! Woo! 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 Alright, well, that's the end of that, everybody. It didn't go over as much as I thought I was going to, but that's the 6.3 MSQ, everybody. See you next time when I cover 6.4 MSQ. This is Firemac saying toodles. Catch you next time.